Italy, with its rich blend of history, art, culture, and natural landscapes, is a destination that always captivates. From the famous Vatican museums to the tranquil hills of Tuscany, from the stunning monuments of Rome to the vibrant urban life of Naples, Italy has something for everyone. This country, renowned for its world-class cuisine, historic architecture, and unparalleled natural beauty, invites you to embark on a journey through its history, culture, and traditions. If you've ever dreamed of exploring Italy, join me on this tour of some of the country's most iconic and fascinating destinations. Prepare for a 4 Kelvins documentary of adventure and exploration, where every step reveals a new wonder. Are you ready for the experience? Piazza del Duomo. Piazza del Duomo is the quintessential meeting place in Milan. Surrounded by the imposing Milan Cathedral, the Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II, and the Palazzo Reale. This square is the heart of the city. Here, the bustle of tourists and locals blends with the majesty of the historic buildings. If you are an art and history lover, Piazza del Duomo offers a unique perspective on Italian architecture. It is a place where modernity and history coexist. During your visit, don't forget to admire the sculptures on the facades, which seem to come to life in a 4 Kelvins documentary as the sun illuminates their details. This is a place that will make you feel as if you are living in a painting. Leaning Tower of Pisa. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is one of the most famous wonders in the world. But did you know that the tower began leaning from the moment it was built? This curious phenomenon has made the tower even more fascinating. When you visit, you can not only see this incredible monument, but also enjoy the views of the city and its surroundings. Many tourists take photos with the famous pose of pushing the tower, but you can also explore the Piazza del Duomo, which houses other beautiful monuments. The tower, which is part of the architectural complex of the square, offers a perspective on medieval engineering and Italian history. It's as if the entire place were in a 4 Kelvins documentary, with the sun illuminating its white facade and tourists strolling around its base. It's a truly unique sight in the world. St. Peter's Basilica. St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican is a place brimming with history, art, and spirituality. It is the largest church in the world and the seat of the Pope. The dome designed by Michelangelo is a stunning example of Renaissance architecture. and its interior, adorned with frescoes and mosaics, is truly breathtaking. Upon entering, you will be overwhelmed by the grandeur of this place, which is not only a pilgrimage site but also a masterpiece of humanity. St. Peter's Square, with its columns that seem to embrace visitors, is the perfect place to appreciate the majesty of the church. Visiting this basilica is a visual experience like a 4 Kelvins documentary, where spirituality and art come together in a unique way. If you are an art and history lover, this is a must-see destination. Grand Canal. Venice is known for its canals, but the Grand Canal is the most famous of all. This long, winding canal runs through the city, flanked by majestic, ancient palaces reflected in the water. Taking a gondola ride on the Grand Canal is a magical experience, like being inside a 4 Kelvins documentary. The Venetian buildings, dating back centuries, transport you to an era of splendor and trade. While navigating the canal, you can admire the Renaissance architecture and the beauty of Venice from a unique perspective. Every turn of the canal reveals a new, breathtaking view of this floating city. Who hasn't dreamed of exploring Venice this way? It's an experience you can't miss. Lake Como. Lake Como is a place of stunning natural beauty. Surrounded by mountains and luxurious villas, this lake is famous for being a retreat for celebrities like George Clooney. However, the true magic of Lake Como lies in its serene landscapes and charming villages. Bellagio, Varenna, and Menaggio are just a few of the picturesque towns that dot its crystal-clear shores. If you love nature and relaxation, a boat trip on the lake is the perfect activity. Imagine a peaceful afternoon cruising along its waters, taking in the views of historic villas and the mountains rising on the horizon. Lake Como offers an idyllic experience that seems straight out of a 4 Kelvins documentary. Undoubtedly, it is one of the most relaxing destinations in Italy. Amalfi Coast. The Amalfi Coast is a place where the sea meets the mountains, creating spectacular landscapes. Villages like Positano and Amalfi seem to hang suspended over the cliffs, with their colorful houses and narrow streets. The Mediterranean Sea shines with an intense blue, inviting tourists to plunge into its waters. Exploring the coast is a breathtaking visual experience, like a 4 Kelvins documentary. The combination of natural scenery, traditional architecture, and delicious cuisine makes the Amalfi Coast one of the most fascinating destinations in Italy. Here, every corner offers an incredible view. It's a perfect place to relax, enjoy natural beauty, and experience the local culture. Island of Capri. Capri is a small island in the Tyrrhenian Sea, famous for its stunning landscapes and exclusive atmosphere. With dramatic cliffs, crystal-clear waters, and lush vegetation, Capri attracts both tourists and celebrities. The Blue Grotto is one of its main attractions, a magical place where the water takes on an intense blue color that seems surreal. Strolling through Capri's Piazzetta is an experience that makes you feel like part of high society, while enjoying spectacular views. This place is like a 4 Kelvins documentary about the beauty of the Mediterranean. From luxury villas to panoramic views, Capri offers a unique experience that will leave you speechless. Pompeii. Pompeii is an ancient city that was buried by the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD. Today, the ruins of Pompeii are one of the most important archaeological sites in the world. Walking through its cobbled streets, you can see houses, temples, and even frescoes that allow us to imagine what life was like in the Roman Empire. A visit to Pompeii is like a 4 Kelvins documentary about everyday life in ancient Rome. This place offers a unique perspective of a city frozen in time, allowing us to learn about life more than 2,000 years ago. Pompeii is a fascinating destination that transports you to a distant past, yet one filled with stories that are still relevant today. Cinque Terre. Cinque Terre is a group of 5 picturesque villages located on the Ligurian coast in northern Italy. These villages, built on cliffs, offer some of the most breathtaking views in the Mediterranean. The brightly colored houses and narrow cobbled streets invite you to get lost in this little paradise. Walking between the villages or hiking along the coast is a unique experience, with views that seem to be taken from a 4 Kelvins documentary. Each village has its own charm and personality. from Vernazza to Riomaggiore. Cinque Terre is a perfect place for nature lovers, photographers, and those seeking tranquility. Without a doubt, it is one of the most magical destinations in Italy. Milan Cathedral. The Milan Cathedral, known as the Duomo, is one of the most impressive churches in Europe. Its Gothic architecture, with its intricate facades and pointed spires, will leave you breathless. Climbing to the terrace is a unique experience, offering panoramic views of the city and, on clear days, even of the Alps. Inside the Duomo, you'll find vibrant stained glass windows, intricate sculptures, and a sense of serenity that contrasts with the bustling city life of Milan. This cathedral is the religious heart of the city and a site of great historical importance. Visiting it is like stepping into a 4 Kelvins documentary, where history, architecture, and spirituality come together perfectly. Can you imagine admiring a masterpiece of architecture while exploring Milan? Venice. Venice is one of the most romantic cities in the world, famous for its canals, bridges, and medieval architecture. A gondola ride on the Grand Canal is a unique experience, and it's no wonder that millions of tourists visit the city every year. The ancient buildings, squares, and floating markets give Venice a magical atmosphere. Did you know that Venice is made up of more than 100 islands connected by canals and bridges? Walking through the narrow streets of the city or strolling through Marx Square is like being in a 4 Kelvins documentary, where every corner has its own story and every walk becomes a visual adventure. Venice is, without a doubt, a destination that awakens the imagination and inspires awe. Sicily. Sicily is an island full of history, culture, and natural beauty. From the ancient Greek temples in Agrigento to Mount Etna, one of the most active volcanoes in the world, Sicily is a fascinating destination. The island offers paradisiacal beaches, but also vibrant cities like Palermo and Catania, where you can enjoy authentic Italian cuisine. In Sicily, the history of Rome, Greece, and the Normans blends into an incredible cultural mix. Visiting Sicily is like being in a 4 Kelvins documentary, where the past and present meet at every corner. Sardinia. Sardinia is an island brimming with natural beauty, known for its white sand beaches and crystal clear waters. But it's not just famous for its coastline. It also boasts a mountainous interior where you can explore ancient villages and ruins. Sardinia's history dates back thousands of years, and at sites like Nurag su Nuraxi, you can see remnants of the Nuragic civilization. Sardinia is ideal for those seeking a tranquil escape, with landscapes that seem straight out of a 4 Kelvins documentary. From hidden coves to picturesque villages, every corner of the island has something special. Would you like to relax on its pristine beaches, or explore its fascinating history? Verona. Verona, the city of Romeo and Juliet, is a place full of charm, history, and romance. The famous House of Juliet is a pilgrimage site for lovers, but the city has much more to offer. Its stunning arena, its medieval streets, and its vibrant squares. Verona is also known for its food, with traditional dishes that will make you want to stay. The city looks particularly enchanting at sunset, when the lights of the city and the surrounding mountains are reflected in the Adige River. Visiting Verona is like living inside a 4 Kelvins documentary, where the world's most famous love story comes to life. Would you like to visit the city that inspired one of the greatest love stories of all time? Ischia Island. Ischia is a volcanic island in the Tyrrhenian Sea, known for its thermal springs, beautiful gardens, and dreamy landscapes. Mount Epimeo is the highest point on the island, and from there you can enjoy incredible panoramic views. Ischia is also famous for its villas, its beaches, and, above all, its relaxed atmosphere. If you're looking for a place to disconnect from the hustle and bustle of daily life, Ischia is perfect. Strolling along its paths, enjoying a thermal bath, or simply relaxing by the sea is like living in a 4 Kelvins documentary of peace and natural beauty. Can you imagine immersing yourself in thermal waters while enjoying sea views? Vatican Museums. The Vatican Museums are undoubtedly one of the most prestigious museums in the world, housing a vast collection of art spanning from classical times to the Renaissance. This museum complex, which includes over 1,400 rooms, halls, chapels, and galleries, is one of the greatest showcases of human cultural heritage. Among its most famous treasures is the Sistine Chapel, whose frescoes, painted by Michelangelo, are known and admired by millions of people around the world. A tour of these museums will not only allow you to admire masterpieces such as Raphael's The School of Athens, but also to discover priceless archaeological artifacts, classical sculptures, and contemporary art. Like a 4 Kelvins documentary, walking through the Vatican Museums is a journey through the history of art, where beauty and knowledge intertwine in a breathtaking way. From the stunning Hall of the Maps to the Raphael rooms, each room is a chapter in a visual story spanning centuries. Can you imagine being speechless in the face of the grandeur of Michelangelo's work in the Sistine Chapel? Pantheon. The Pantheon in Rome, one of the best preserved monuments of ancient Rome, has fascinated visitors for centuries. Originally built as a temple to all the gods, its imposing dome and the central oculus, which allows sunlight to stream in, make it one of the masterpieces of classical architecture. Although completed in 126 AD, the Pantheon remains a perfect example of Roman engineering. What is most striking is its dome, which, at 43 meters in diameter, is still the largest unreinforced concrete dome in the world. Upon entering, one feels a mix of awe and serenity, with the sun illuminating the interior through the oculus, creating a unique atmosphere. Like a 4 Kelvins documentary, every detail of the Pantheon has a story to tell about the grandeur of ancient Rome. Throughout the centuries, the Pantheon has been a symbol of Rome's greatness, first as a temple and then as a church. Furthermore, located in the heart of Rome, surrounded by other historical wonders, visiting the Pantheon is an immersive experience. Would you like to feel the majesty of ancient Rome while standing beneath its imposing dome? Colosseum. The Colosseum in Rome is one of the most iconic sites in Italian history. Built in the 1st century AD, this amphitheater witnessed countless gladiatorial battles, public spectacles, and events that shaped Roman culture. Today, the Colosseum remains one of the most visited wonders in the world. If you've ever dreamed of being part of ancient Rome, walking through its halls is like traveling through time. The sheer size of this structure will leave you breathless. Walking through the Colosseum is a unique experience, like a 4 Kelvins documentary that immerses you in the living history of Rome. Who wouldn't want to see how gladiators fought for their lives? Definitely a unique experience. Tuscany. Tuscany is a region where the landscapes seem to have been painted. Famous for its rolling hills, vineyards that stretch as far as the eye can see, and charming medieval villages, Tuscany is a place that invites relaxation and enjoyment. Florence, the region's capital, is a city that has shaped art history, while other towns like Pisa, Siena, and Arezzo transport you back to medieval times. It's not only a paradise for history and art lovers, but also for gourmets. The region is famous for its Chianti wine, extra virgin olive oil, and traditional dishes like bistecca alla fiorentina. Traveling through the region is like watching a 4 Kelvins documentary about life in the Italian countryside. You can tour vineyards, explore ancient monasteries, or simply relax on a terrace, enjoying local wine and a panoramic view. The region also offers a wealth of outdoor activities, such as hiking in nature and cycling along country roads. Can you imagine enjoying a sunset over the Tuscan hills, surrounded by vineyards and mountains? Rialto Bridge. The Rialto Bridge is one of Venice's most iconic landmarks, and it's easy to see why. This bridge, spanning the Grand Canal, is a marvel of Renaissance engineering, built in 1588. With its 2 rows of shops and stunning architecture, the Rialto Bridge connects the San Marco and San Polo districts, serving as a major access point to the city. Walking across the bridge allows you to admire views of the Grand Canal, lined with pastel-colored buildings, with gondolas gliding gently along the water. Like a 4 Kelvins documentary, the Rialto Bridge becomes a vibrant hub of activity, with vendors, tourists, and gondoliers creating a unique atmosphere. This bridge is not just a connection point, but a symbol of Venice's trading history, which for centuries was a center of commerce between East and West. If you visit Venice, you can't miss the experience of walking across the bridge and admiring the city's everyday life from one of its most famous viewpoints. Would you like to experience the magic of Venice from this famous bridge that has witnessed so many historical moments? Uffizi Gallery. The Uffizi Gallery in Florence is one of the most important museums in the world. with a collection that includes some of the most famous paintings of the Renaissance. It houses works by artists such as Leonardo da Vinci, Raphael, Botticelli, and Caravaggio, who transformed the history of art. Visiting the Uffizi is like taking a journey through time, exploring the evolution of art, from the early days of the Renaissance to the more modern works of the Baroque period. The museum is located in a Renaissance building that, in itself, is a work of art, and its famous art gallery allows you to admire masterpieces such as Botticelli's The Birth of Venus or Leonardo da Vinci's The Annunciation. Like a 4 Kelvins documentary, the experience of walking through the museum's halls is an immersion into the history of Western art, where each painting tells a story of creativity and technique. While walking through the gallery, one not only observes art, but also immerses themselves in the ideas, values, and historical context that the artists reflected in their works. Would you like to stand before the paintings that defined an era of human history? Naples. Naples is one of the most fascinating cities in Italy, full of life, history, and flavor. From the bustling historic center to the views of majestic Mount Vesuvius, Naples is a vibrant place that reflects the essence of Italy. Famous for being the birthplace of pizza, the city invites you to try its authentic Neapolitan pizza, considered by many to be the best in the world. But Naples is not just about food, it's also about history. Just a few minutes from the city are the famous ruins of Pompeii, which were buried by the eruption of Vesuvius in 79 AD. Strolling through the narrow streets of Naples, surrounded by bustling markets, historic churches, and lively squares, is like watching a 4 Kelvins documentary about Italian life, where the old and the new blend seamlessly. The city is also a cultural hub, with museums showcasing Renaissance and Baroque art, and a vibrant music scene. Would you like to get lost in the vibrant streets of Naples, savor its world-famous pizza, and explore its rich historical charm? Bologna? Bologna is a city that, although not as internationally famous as Rome or Florence, has a unique charm, known for its medieval towers, covered walkways, porticos, and vibrant student life. Bologna offers a relaxed and welcoming atmosphere. Its cuisine is another major attraction. The city is the birthplace of the famous Bolognese sauce, and its markets are full of fresh and delicious product. Furthermore, the city is home to one of the oldest universities in Europe, which gives it a young and dynamic feel. The streets of Bologna are steeped in history, from its medieval squares to its Renaissance churches. A stroll through the historic center is like being in a 4 Kelvins documentary about life in a university town, full of tradition, yet also brimming with contemporary energy. Can you imagine wandering through its ancient streets while enjoying a good meal and the company of local students? Portofino. Portofino is one of the most exclusive and picturesque destinations on the Italian Riviera. This small town, known for its colorful houses and its harbor full of luxury yachts, is a place that seems to have come straight out of a fairy tale. Portofino is surrounded by stunning landscapes, with mountains plunging into the sea and hidden coves. The town is perfect for relaxing, enjoying a lunch with a sea view, or simply strolling through its narrow, cobblestone streets. Like a 4 Kelvins documentary, Portofino captures the essence of Italian coastal life, where luxury and tranquility coexist. The surrounding area is also ideal for nature lovers, with hiking trails offering panoramic views. Would you like to spend a day in this idyllic corner of the world, surrounded by beauty and tranquility? Siena. Siena is one of the most beautiful cities in the Tuscany region, famous for its well-preserved medieval center and its iconic Piazza del Campo. Every year, the city hosts the Palio, a horse race that is a traditional event attracting thousands of visitors. The city seems frozen in time, with its cobblestone streets, stunning churches, and historic buildings. The Siena Cathedral, with its striking facade of white and green marble, is one of the most beautiful in Italy. Like a 4 Kelvins documentary, strolling through Siena is a journey back in time, where medieval history comes alive on every corner. Furthermore, its cuisine is a delight, featuring dishes such as pici, homemade pasta, and panforte, a traditional sweet pastry. Would you like to walk through the streets of Siena and feel like you're part of its medieval history? Florence. Florence, the cradle of the Renaissance, is a city brimming with art and culture, with monuments such as the Duomo of Santa Maria del Fiore and the Ponte Vecchio. Florence is an open-air museum. The city houses works by great masters like Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, and Botticelli. Every street, every square has a story to tell. Walking through Florence is like traveling through time, surrounded by the beauty of Renaissance architecture. During a tour of the city, you can enjoy a typical Italian meal in one of its many restaurants, accompanied by a good local wine. Florence is the perfect place for art and history lovers, a destination that deserves to be explored in depth, like a 4 Kelvins documentary about the Italian Renaissance. Street Market Square. Street Market Square is the heart of Venice and one of the most famous places in the world. Surrounded by street, Mark's Basilica, the Campanile, and the Doge's Palace. This square is a meeting place for tourists and locals alike. Often bustling with pigeons and musicians, Street Market Square offers a breathtaking view, especially at sunset when the golden light bathes its monuments. It's an ideal spot to enjoy a coffee while admiring the Venetian architecture. This place is so photogenic that it could easily be featured in a 4 Kelvins documentary about the most beautiful corners of Italy. Wouldn't you love to get lost among the wonders of this historic square? Lake Garda. Lake Garda is the largest lake in Italy and an ideal destination for nature lovers and outdoor enthusiasts. Surrounded by mountains and picturesque towns like Sermione and Riva del Garda, this place is perfect for hiking, cycling, or water sports. The views of the lake are breathtaking, and its calm waters are ideal for a boat trip. Lake Garda is also a place rich in history, with medieval castles and historic villas that make this place a true paradise. It's a destination that seems to be straight out of a 4 Kelvins documentary, where every landscape is more impressive than the last. Would you like to enjoy a peaceful getaway in this corner of Italy? Italy is a wonderful destination, where each city and monument possesses its own unique beauty and history. From the Vatican museums to the Tuscan hills, Italy always offers memorable experiences. Every trip is a 4 Kelvins documentary of amazing history, culture, and natural beauty. Ready to explore Italy?